So, what makes Sundara different? Everything. Everything. The environment, but really it is a thought process. We don't sell amenities here. We sell care. No one's selling care. They're selling fancy dining rooms, movie theaters, pretty fountains, pretty courtyards, and all of that stuff is great and important, but when it comes to dementia, it is important that it's dementia care first, activity. There is a routine and a daily flow about how we care for people with dementia, and that doesn't come through when you are looking at some other properties, bigger, better, grand staircases. We've always believed that observational care is best. When I walk in, I know if somebody has had a change in condition generally, they're different, their eyes look different. And if you're throwing medication into an apartment and seeing residents at noon or at dinner time, you're not paying attention. And we pay attention. So we talk about care. That's what makes us different. So I guess when you sit down with a family, it kind of depends on where they are in the process. And I think you have to really discern very quickly if they know about dementia or not. And what happens at that point is you figure out where they are in the process. Are they guilty? Are they feeling that guilt of putting mom in a nursing home? Do we need to talk about the disease process? So very quickly we discern that, and then we meet them where they are, meaning if we need to educate a little bit on the disease process and progression, we'll do that first. We're going to talk about that. If it is about, if they are, so many people are so knowledgeable now about dementia that they understand, and they're trying to figure out what does all of this other stuff mean. So part of our mission was to simplify this process. It is completely overwhelming. You've got a family member who's been afflicted, and you go and you look at so many options. People are trying to stage the dementia and what's going to be okay for a little bit and what's going to be okay here, and you've got to make the best decisions that you can. We've just made it simple, and quite frankly, we're candid. I'm very candid. I tell people the truth. This is progressive. This is what it looks like today. This is what it might look tomorrow and the next day. There's a lot of power in truth. And there's a lot of power and knowledge behind in what's happening with people with dementia. So we get to that. And then we talk about apartments, square footage, if it's necessary. Care first. It also comes from a place that I've seen it, I've lived it, I've worked for it. If I'm ever afflicted with any form of dementia, I don't want to be woken up by a lady in scrubs that I don't know, who's opening my blinds at 6 o'clock in the morning and telling me to take this med and get up. That doesn't happen here. It'll never happen here as long as I've got a breath in my body. You got to think about the things that people give up when they have to go to a place like Sundara, and the reality is they shouldn't have to give things up. They shouldn't have to give things up. They've already, everything about them has already been taken. Everything. Their profession, their education in some cases, their God. We shouldn't have to take away from people because it's a community or I hate the word facility, but because you are in a community, you shouldn't have to go by staffing schedules, go by meal schedules. If somebody wants an egg at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they get an egg. If 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not hard. It's simple. It's not hard to do the right thing. And it's not about your staff. It's about, well, it is about your staff. It's not what I meant, but it's about the people that we are honoring and taking care of. And when you hire the right staff to do that, you take care of the people who take care of the people. And that's what we strive to do every day.